I am sitting behind my amaranth crop, which was a complete disaster, a 100% failure. However, I want to end this amaranth crop with something sweet and delicious. All the details coming up. Before we get started, please take a moment to subscribe if you have not done so already. And if you ring that notification bell, you will be alerted every time I upload a new video. Thank you. This is what they look like up close, the Hot Biscuits amaranth. I'm going to up-pot my amaranth in these little small pots that I have here to buy me some time until I can prepare a site for them. I have all of my Hot Biscuits amaranth repotted. I ended up with 30 pots. Grow food as much as you can, as often as you can, and as long as you can. And when we're not growing food, let's continue to learn as much and as often and as long as we can. Hi, I'm Annette and welcome to Kitchen Garden Farmhouse. Today's video is all about amaranth. Today I'm going to be going over with you what exactly happened to my amaranth, some questions and answers about amaranth, and a 3-ingredient, very quick, delicious amaranth dessert, which is no bake. So what happened to my amaranth? I grew my amaranth in pots this season. That was not the issue. The issue was bad weather and insects. We had a hurricane that came through here the first week of August. This is the year 2024, and we were not directly hit in the town I live in, but we did sure get a lot of rain and wind from off of that hurricane. So what the hurricane, the wind, and the rain did not get, definitely the insects finished it up. It is in times such as this that we as gardeners can become very discouraged with gardening if we allow it to be so, because we think about all the time and effort that we put into that crop and we receive no harvest at all. So in these disappointing times, all we have to do is continue to move forward, persevere if we want to continue to garden and learn. Because no matter how many years we try to grow food, we try to be gardeners, there is going to be times where our crops will not be successful. Sometimes for things that's completely out of our control, such as bad weather. What is amaranth? Maybe you have heard of it, maybe you have not. But if not, it is a small, very small pseudo grain. Pseudo meaning not a true grain, even though it looks like a grain. It's really a seed. There's 2 parts of the plant that is edible: the leaves and also the tiny seeds that comes from the tassels. Now, if you do flower arrangements, the tassels from amaranth can be very beautiful in different kinds of bouquets because they come in all different colors, and there's so many types to choose from. But if you're particularly growing amaranth for food, there are certain varieties that you might want to focus on. Amaranth is incredibly versatile. It is gluten-free. It is slightly sweet with a nutty flavor, especially when you pop it. Also, it is a complete protein. Amaranth is very simple and easy to prepare. You can grind it into a flour, you can pop it, you can steam it, boil it, and also it makes a great survival food. Now, amaranth does not like the cold weather. However, during the spring and the summertime, amaranth can be grown anywhere from zones 2 to 11. Since there's so many different varieties of amaranth, how do I know if I have the right variety? Well, the variety I chose this year is called Hot Biscuits. There's so many varieties to choose from and so many different beautiful colors. Some amaranth grows to 4 or 5 feet. Some amaranth grows to 6 to 8 feet. Some amaranth, their tassels are small and more slender, and some are very large and very big. So it all depends on what you're looking for. There's many to choose from. As far as I know, most amaranth is edible. So if you're looking for food, try to choose one that produces a large tassel so you can get as much seeds from it as possible. Does amaranth come back every year? No, it is not a perennial, it is an annual. So the original plant will die back. However, because they have so many seeds, and as the seeds begin to drop, if you don't catch them in time for harvest, those seeds may survive the winter and they could sprout and grow a new plant come spring. How long does it take for amaranth to grow? Well, depending on what variety you choose, it can take anywhere from 40 to 50 to 60 days. So what are some of the common problems in growing amaranth? Well, amaranth is more of a drought heat tolerant plant, so if you overwater them, it actually can cause the leaves to turn brown. Another common problem is birds. Birds can absolutely destroy and rip apart your amaranth because they love the seeds. So obviously we will have to cover it with some kind of bird netting to protect the tassels from being picked by the birds. So what types of amaranth is best for growing food? Well, there's many types that you can choose from, but just to name three: the red amaranth, the foxtail, and also the prince feather. Now let's go make some peanut butter chocolate dessert cups. Just 3 simple ingredients, super easy, super delicious, no wheat, no dairy, and no bake. For whatever reason, if you do not have an opportunity to grow amaranth, you can always purchase it from the store. Usually most health food stores do carry amaranth, or you can order it online. I'm getting ready to pop my amaranth. The secret to popping amaranth is to make sure that your skillet or your pot is hot, and it needs to be like a non-stick surface. I'm doing a little bit less than a tablespoon at a time. It should be hot enough that as soon as you put the amaranth in your pot or skillet, it begins to pop right away. And as you can see, it goes all over the place, so you might want to cover it with the lid. About 4 to 5 seconds, it's ready to dump out because it will burn quickly, just like popcorn. But once you get the hang of it, you can just pop it up very quickly and have you a cup or two ready in no time. I'm putting a tablespoon in there, cover it with the lid. And just like popcorn, sometimes you might want to lift it up off the burner and just kind of swirl it around to kind of help it not to scorch. And within about 4 to 5 seconds, it is ready to take off the burner. This one here is golden in color, and it is so tiny. So this is pop amaranth. Within a couple minutes, you have a couple cupfuls. It goes quite quickly once you get started. To make this super easy, no-bake amaranth dessert, all you need is 3 ingredients. 1 cup of chocolate morsels of your choice, 1 cup of pop amaranth, and a little bit of peanut butter of your choice. To get started, all you have to do first is to melt your chocolate morsels. I'm doing mine in the skillet over the stovetop. Within just a few short seconds, the chocolate morsels have already melted. Next, just pour your puffed pop amaranth into the chocolate, and you're just going to just mix this up very well. Once you have the mixture mixed up well, it is ready to go. Next, I recommend getting a muffin pan, different sizes, whether it's extra large, medium, or small. And if you have access to these silicone cupcake muffin holders, these really work very well. If not, you can definitely use the paper ones. Now, how you fill these up has a lot to do with preference. You can make them as thick or thin as you like. Just put some of your chocolate plus amaranth in the bottom of the cup. Your peanut butter is next. I definitely recommend to put your peanut butter in the freezer so it can set and get a little bit thick before you put it on top of your dessert here. So next, put ever how much peanut butter you will desire as the next layer. You can put it as thin or thick as you want. Once again, it's all about preference. You can add some more of your chocolate and amaranth. And you can make this as thick as you want to as far as the layers. You can put just 1 scoop of peanut butter right in the middle, make the amaranth chocolate a little bit thicker, or you can put it thinner and put 2 layers of peanut butter in the middle. One last layer, put some chocolate amaranth on top here. I have my cups filled. Those ingredients actually made 6 nice full muffin cupfuls. And if you want to, you can garnish the tops with a little bit of the Puff Pop Amaranth. Next, you will need to put this in the refrigerator to help it to set together about 15 or 20 minutes. Okay, these have been chilling in the refrigerator for a few minutes, and the silicone wrappers are very easy to come off. And before you get ready to eat these, I would recommend to let them sit out just for a few minutes to kind of get it room temperature a little bit. These are so delicious. Sweet, nutty, and delicious.